it's time to wake up, Benitez. Good morning. I think we talked a little bit about the glamorous side of real estate, non-glamorous side of real estate. And 90 to 93% of all the agents fall out of real estate in the first 5 years. I think one of the main reasons is like in this business, it's hard, it's a lot of work, but at the same time, it actually causes you to be the best version of yourself all the time. It's challenging. People don't want to see you glum. They don't want to see you discouraged. They want to see you confident. They want to see you in the best version of yourself possible at all times. Well, we got an early start for the day and I'm excited for today because we're heading over to Belen. And Belen is a smaller city right outside of Los Lunas. Los Lunas being right outside of Albuquerque. So you're looking at maybe about a 45-minute drive to the Belen area from Albuquerque. People always wonder, hey, what area do you typically service? And you know, I'm definitely specialized in the Albuquerque area. However, early on in my career, I would take pretty much any listing and do any sale just about. You know, I would do stuff out in Belen, Rio communities pretty regularly, Los Lunas, I would go to Edgewood, Tijeres, Basitas, even all the way out to Blue Water Lake in that area. I definitely got my feet wet getting into the industry so I can learn how to learn a new market every single time. For one, you go into a new place, you got to learn that market. So it's a study every time you take a listing. You know, and one thing I think when getting into this business that I guess I was a little bit layman to coming in is I didn't realize or even appreciate what professionalism was, understanding how to carry out yourself in a professional way. And you know, honestly, it's being the best version of yourself and being the best resource for those that are around you possible. This is one of those times, especially in professionalism, where all the experiences in your life come together and it synergizes the most professional you. All right, so we just finished setting up the sign over at the new listing in Belen. We have photographers coming in later today. Benitez, our in-house videographer, was able to go and make us a sick video, right, Benitez? That's just one component of the process when you're getting the listing ready, is doing the video, doing the spec checks, making sure that the home is presentable and ready for photography and video. That's part of what we do visually, just to make sure the home is on its tip-top shape. Because like I've told you guys before, the two things that cause a home to sell is having proper pricing, but also a proper condition of the home. Okay, so on the topic of being the best version of yourself, I can kind of break it down to three things. It's like 3 disciplines to implement into your life that will change the course of everything you do. That's your disciplined morning routine, that is your disciplined time blocking schedule, and being disciplined in your deadlines. Those 3 things every single day will help. Now, the word discipline alone pains me. I am a spontaneous person. I love living life as it comes. That's me inside internally. But what I recognize is putting these 3 things in place actually give me more freedom to do the things I want to do while not leaving behind the things that actually propel my life forward. Just understand that if you're doing all 3 of those things, they're meant to help propel your life forward, therefore producing the best version of yourself. Hi, how are you? Good, welcome. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, full-fledged licensed broker in here. All right, we're gonna go show 2 properties today to 2 different clients. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the MLS listings and the data that we need to provide to the client, and then we'll talk about those on the way. Carissa's gonna hold down the fort, right, Carissa?
Always. Have fun.
Don't burn down the building.
Oh, yes. My specialty.
I'm just kidding. And how old's your son now?
4.
4 years old?
Yeah.
That's a fun age. I say that for every age as the kids grow up. You know, I got 4, and I got 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I have perspective from all ages, and I love every single age group there. So if you look here, you'll see yellow SRR marks with all the instructions, and then you'll pop the lockbox down here. So you got into real estate, you're now in the process of finishing up all of the final steps. Why'd you get into real estate in the first place?
Well, I was a leasing agent for a residential property management company, and I just loved it. I've always liked watching home makeover shows and all that stuff since I was little, so I think this was just really right up my alley, and I would love to be able to help people make one of the biggest purchases of their life, finding a home and really being able to settle down with their family.
Very big thing to help with. Definitely. And also very rewarding. We went to go show 2 clients' properties. First one that we saw today with our client, they liked the property. Seems like it's something they would be up for. He needs some data on the comparative market analysis for that pricing of the home and any additional information on disclosures that we can give him. So I'll send him the listing, I'll send him the disclosures, any attachments that are in MLS, we'll send over to him for his review. So we did call the agent, we got a temperature reading on that. The next one, they ended up not liking the property they thought they were gonna like. But in the midst of that, we got an impromptu property that they found that just popped up on the market in MLS. We got it in showing. We went over there and saw it right away and they loved it. They are considering writing an offer on that one. Same thing. They need a CMA. They need a net out. They need to get their home listed today. They also need information on that property to decide whether they're going to position an offer. In the midst of all of this, we got a call from another client who wanted to potentially see a house, but they ended up walking into an open house for that house, ended up loving the house, and they want to write an offer on that property. We're writing one right now, that's a cash offer, doing 2 studies on 2 other properties. If they all come to play, we would be writing up 4 deals today. Let's get to the office and knock this out. These 2 are going with me every time from now on if we're gonna get that kind of business.
Right?
It's snowing outside today.
It's a snow day.
Snow days are the best.
So here's the thing. Last night, Joseph calls me and he goes, "Hey, Carissa, it's like 7:30 at night." I'm like, "What, Joseph?" He goes, "It's supposed to snow tomorrow." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. We'll drive in. Like, it's cool." He goes, "No. What marketing thing are we gonna do?" Marketing. So this is why we're out in the snow filming when it's like 20-something degrees. Like I'm being exaggerating.
And snow is a joyous occasion, and it must be
really
honored.
Like
okay.
But that's why we're filming today.
Yep.
And we're gonna do some bits in my car.
Yeah, and we all know it doesn't snow too often in Albuquerque,
snows.
especially in these later years. So we're gonna have some fun.
Okay, so I think we should play on the parody of like, "Oh man, I gotta clean off my windshield," and there's like nothing on it. Do you think?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you got to clean off your windshield. You can get your card out, and then like you got this little flurry of snow right here, and you can just yeah, that's better. And then
It's cold outside.
yeah, but that windshield though.
Eee.
E, you add the E. Can you cut that? Can you use that one?
Like Charlie Brown down there.
Hang on. Oh, this one's fast. Oh, we're really fast. Oh, we're really fast. Oh, my butt fell off. This one's fast. So one of the things I really love to do is come to a Rio de Oso golf course when it snows. Oh no. Oh no. I've heard people coming all throughout high school to this place, and this is actually a spot I recently discovered like after graduating high school, and I'm like, oh, this would have been a cool place to go. And so I think we try to make it a point to come ever since.
Yeah, no, this is my first time. It's fine.
Yeah, right? This is like in our own backyard, in the Northeast Heights.
Well, this is the Academy East neighborhood, right?
Yeah, right in Academy East. All this time I could have just driven down the street. I always take my happy self around the mountain to the top of Sandia Peak to go sledding. I could have just came right here this whole time. All right, that was fun. What'd you think? Your first time at a Rio?
It was good.
Sledding.
It was a lot of fun. It was very cold,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun.
Right on. Not so bad for a 2-hour delay work day, huh? We gotta head back to the office now. Get back to work. We gotta work on transactions, do some filming, begin the day again.
You ready?
You ready, Nicole?
Listing setup time. We got a new listing in the East Mountains. It's right in Tijeras on 4 acres of land. Beautiful house. And so we're gonna go ahead and set that thing up for video and photography today. Make sure it's presentable, shows well. That way we can market that sucker the best we can. I can't tell you how many open house signs I've set up, tore down, listing signs set up, tear down. I'm gonna hand you this. Probably just assemble them out there, save room in the car. This is where you hang your sign from, and then you'll get a hanging sign. Okay, it's the biggest stake you'll ever see. It's not like your camping tent stakes. Sometimes in real estate, when you see, think of a realtor, you just see, hey, that's professionalism. I'm gonna go to someone's house, do paperwork, go back and coordinate deals. But like some of the behind the scenes that's not talked about or not seen is stuff like sign setup, prepping those signs, maintaining those signs.
It's crazy because when you look at the version of yourself now and you go back version of yourself 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm probably doing 3 times the amount of stuff that I did back then, but for some reason it feels more tolerable now than then. Then if I looked at my future version of myself now, I would say that, hey, that's not a life I want to live. That's way too much to stack onto someone's plate. But as you make these little incremental changes, you start to realize that, man, you're constantly improving yourself. You're constantly making yourself better. And that's going to start from now all the way to the end of your life. That's when I came to a conclusion that I understand the concept of, hey, you're going to be a lifelong learner. When people started talking to me about lifelong learning, I didn't really get it. I wanted to learn what I had to do, get through what I got to do in high school, get onto my career, and just enjoy my life. But then I realized that in that pool of thought, that mindset, that faced limitations, which would produce stagnicity in my life. Once I realized the power of being a lifelong learner, changed everything about the trajectory of my life for the better. And I'm living in that now, and I can't wait to see the next version of myself. 5 years from now, version of Joseph. What is that gonna look like? I'm now excited and passionate to live this life, give it my best, be that best version of myself possible. No, do I get it right all the time? No, I don't get it right all the time, right? But that's why there's grace. You give yourself grace. And then you go, you know, and you just take that prayer time with God. You start all over again. Let's go again. Let me try again. Didn't do great today, but let me try again tomorrow. So, I don't know. Being the best version of yourself is a process, but man, I guess it's also a service to those around you if you think about it that way.